Welcome back to the channel, fool. Thanks for tapping in. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe for videos like this.
What the? Oh my god.
Solar flares or something else. Completely unfazed. That's Portland.
Oh, what the is this, bro? What the is this? Why are they over a cemetery? Hey, y'all better get right with God, man. Y'all get right with God, bro. Oh my God, the cops are down there saying go back to your house, bro. Yes, come here. Look at the cops are down here saying we have to go back to our houses because they don't want us to film it. Yo, something big is finna happen, bro.
Guys, that looks real.
Yeah. What's going on in Atlanta?
Huh?
Welcome to Atlanta.
Bro.
Yeah.
I just sent you a picture.
Welcome to Atlanta.
Yo.
Welcome to Atlanta. Let me
Yo,
pop.
Pat, that gonna hit us.
Yeah, it's good.
Yo, that
And that's some Atlanta stuff.
How's Kanye? You have
Well,
love
I
for him?
met like 5 or 6 different Kanye.
Do you remember when
The
he was
first
a nerd?
four was awesome. The last 2 was a little bit.
Couldn't you be like, do a Steve Harvey, be like, enough of this foolishness?
No, music is sort of like a mind your business thing.
And I'm sure this will end well.
What size shoe you wear?
21, why?
Oh, damn, you 21 Savage for real, huh? You the big ticket, huh? You pull up. Hey, pull up, bro. Hey. Stay up, man. Big
And when they call you the big stepper,
I mean, I can't explain what I'm looking at right now. But I'm going to show you, Lord willing, this video. Oh, Lord, thank you, my Lord. Wow. Did you see it? Wow. You want to believe what I just filmed? It came straight at me and dipped down in the woods while I'm filming this huge orb with the tail. Now, this is amazing. You both are going to be blown away when you see this. Thank you, Lord, for this. And now I got an orb appeared above me, another one. This is crazy. My voice is shaking. It's turned and it's heading just above the trees now. This huge orb with a tail, huge tail.
Japan is not living in the future. We're living in the past. Is the revelation happening?
Now there's increasing demand for people to rent their own chickens. Egg lovers can become farmers overnight and serve up fresh eggs anytime they want.
The chickens!
I was there as Rent the Chicken made a delivery today in Los Angeles. Yes, Rent the Chicken really exists.
Here's your baby girl, Colette.
This
Good idea, but bad idea.
That day is going to come when the sky is cracked and Jesus Christ comes again, and every eye will see him when he comes again. So here's our question for you this morning, brothers and sisters. The simple question is this right here. Are you ready? Are you ready for his return? Amen. All right, amen. Are you ready for his return? Brothers and sisters, are you ready to...
And this is where the money from the collection plate goes. Don't you worry, it's just Aaron Pierre.
The earth isn't flat, but it's hollow. And inside the hollow earth, there's like giant octopus. I believe that there's water above and below us, and there's giant octopus. I believe in that shit.
How'd you learn about the octopus in the earth?
I was on acid one day, and I thought about it, and I was like, if you watch The Matrix, the robots is octopus. And then I realized that the earth is more water than anything.
How can we get in touch with the octopuses?
You just gotta use your third eye and meditate. I tell everybody, don't get the vaccine.
Because it makes it harder to talk to the octopus?
Good one.
The giant octopus theory.
So we got plenty of stories going downtown, trying to meet them people, the vampire people downtown. Yeah, because they got vampires downtown in New Orleans. And them people was never found again. And then they got the stories of the people that's vampires out there that actually got volunteers that come out there to really want to get their blood drawn from them people. So, you know, it's y'all crazy. So be careful when you're going down there in them vortexes in New Orleans French quarters, you hear me? You're going to run into them vampires, the werewolves, the witches, the voodoo priestesses, and you hear me, the voodoo queens. You're going to run into all of them, but don't get kidnapped dealing with them vampires, you hear me? Because they got their own bars, they got their own little section out there where they be partying and doing their little thing, and they got their own raves and stuff that they do at certain times of the night. Man, they got stories where people done went in them bars where them vampires at, and they don't know if they was being served blood or not, you hear me? They don't know if they was being served blood. Like, they feel as though when they left, they was getting dizzy, they felt nauseated, they started getting sick. You hear me? A lot of them people was going home and came back with all type of blood clots, all type of crazy mess, you heard me? So them vampire people downtown, some of them cool, you heard me? But some of them, they up there doing their little thing to survive. Yeah, you want to get your blood drawn from these people? Go downtown by them vampire people. They'll take some of your blood. They'll take some of your blood, you heard me?
Is that too wicked to be true? He's fine. His owner is right there.
Yeah. She's about to cry.
Everything is literally vibrations. My diet starts tomorrow. And he don't throw like us.
Hey Prabhu, hey Prabhu, hey Hari Ram Krishna Jagannath Premanandi, ये क्या हुआ? गामछा भी खुल गया मेरा, लगती ये देखिए.
And that's a non-stick pan.
I don't hear anything and something's moving in erratic ways. It's in the shape of a jelly bean, but the interior was like plasma. It was just going like this, you know.
Chris Frederick has been a teacher for over 2 decades, and he currently works for a metro area school district. He showed us this video from January 25th. He's in his driveway off Northwest 21st in the Gatewood district. He said it all started that night when his wife wanted to go to Brahms, so they walked out to their car. But after a few minutes, neighbors were calling each other.
He started calling neighbors, and before long we were all standing out in the street and had our phones out.
Chris has been a drone pilot for about 10 years. He started working with them when he and his wife were realtors in Ardmore several years ago. He fired it up and attempted to fly his drone to get a better look at the object.
The sky at night, you have to have aviation lights or it's not legal.
But strange things started happening.
My controller talks to me and it said unable to take off, electromagnetic interference.
After he recalibrated a few times, he eventually got it in the air and took these pictures of the object, which he estimates is around 1,500 feet off the ground. His drone was at about 400 feet when he took the pictures.
It concerns me that something was up there at night at that altitude that could have been a hazard.
He said his video function wouldn't work, which was odd. And there was something else. Only about 4 minutes and 18 seconds of flight time.
It had a fresh battery in it. It has a 35-minute flight life. And as soon as I took those 3 pics, my controller said a low battery, return to home.
Chris and his wife kept seeing that object for about 4 hours that night. We showed his pictures and videos to experts at OU for a second opinion.
What it is, I don't know, right? But I think I would approach this question as what is it likely to be, right? So that's where I'm coming from.
Professor Killick teaches astrophysics and cosmology at the university.
From the Plaza District, it's south of them because we can see the Orion constellation in the background, so we know their point of view.
He acknowledged the object looks strange, but ultimately, it's likely it's just another drone in the sky.
I could see a red streak. Now, I don't know if it's because I could imagine if it's a long exposure. I don't know if it is. I don't know how long the exposure was, but you know, a drone could have a red light on top of it, right? I mean, our planes have red lights on them.
We took a look at the metadata, or digital picture information of the drone pictures. You can take a look at that info for all the images right here in Oklahoma City.
Love it or hate it. Flat Earth clock on time.
Right, kids, get out of the pool.
And that's a nasty foul.
They just tried to do it illegal. This is all on my camera right now.
When you hit the jackpot.
亲爱的，你教我了。
垃圾袋满了，换一个吧。
The ultimate bed rotting system.
Estoy en el estadio de Sultanes. No hay nadie.
Solo yo y mis ganas de entrenar. Muéstrate, demonio. A la verga. A la verga. Fuck. No debí de haber dicho eso. Creo que no debí de haber dicho eso.
It's too late for that, guys. No más. Did the barber just finger blast that guy's face? Bro learned it was icy and did nothing with that information.
I would grab a pitchfork and a tiki torch and I would march on the National Science Foundation.
Right. Were there actually updates in physics, maybe mid-century, that were not disclosed to the public?
We had meetings in DC in May. They literally said, well, you know, during the Cold War, we classified entire areas of physics and took them out of the research community. Entire branches of physics basically went dark and didn't proceed. And that if we decide we need to, we're going to do the same thing to the math underneath AI.
Another puzzle we would love to have cleared up, the role of aerospace companies as holders of potentially basic scientific knowledge not shared with the academic world. Is it possible?
It's true.
You believe it's true?
Yeah, I know it's true.
That would be this crazy, egregious
It would change
thing.
our entire concept of who we are if somebody kept fundamental physics secret in the years since we became capable of exploding fusion devices. I would grab a pitchfork and a tiki torch and I would march on the National Science Foundation.
1951, the U.S. enacted what's called the Invention Secrecy Act. What is it? It allows the government to legally classify and keep certain inventions secret, deeming them national and economic security risks. So what could be a threat to national and economic security? Well, if you can figure out a car that goes 300 miles per gallon of gas, that's a threat to them because they make money off of selling you gas. You think something that might affect the soil and make it so that growing gets better, that's a threat to them. They want you to pay more. Inventions under a secrecy order cannot be discussed, they can't be exported, they can't be sold. Violations of them, of the secrecy order, causes imprisonment for the inventor. We have 6,000 different patents right now kept secret by the government. They don't want to allow people to get out there and sell these things, so when you want to ask yourself, where do these inventors go? Well, a lot of them end up walking off a bridge. Now, I did some more digging, and the claims regarding the Invention Secrecy Act are 100% accurate. The act allows the U.S. government to impose secrecy orders on certain patent applications. The inventions there are deemed to threaten national and economic stability. This means that inventions can't be discussed or sold. The violators face imprisonment. As of recent reports, we see over 6,000 of these under secret orders. The act was originally intended to prevent sensitive information from falling into enemy hands. It has extended to become like a coverall for anything that the government doesn't want talked about. The secrecy order must be renewed annually unless the U.S. is at war or declared under a national emergency. You know, we're still at war since the 2001 problem. We're still at war today. We're still undergoing a national emergency. They say that these can be extended for the duration of the emergency plus additional periods. The exact nature of the patents can't be disclosed. They're technologically advanced. Examples from the declassified ones include advanced military technology and communication systems. Moving forward, we have the USA seeing 47% of all parents providing financial assistance to their adult children, an average of $1,400 a month just about enough to cover rent or bills or groceries. This was a report by CBS. Guys, the problem is anybody who had marginal stability in the USA, not even talking wealth, just marginal stability, it's being taken away. It's being eroded. This is being done on purpose. You see, if you are a king, let's just take it back to olden times. Maybe you're just a lord over a certain manor. And those come to mind because I'm playing a game right now called Manor Lords. So maybe you're just a lord over a certain manor, right? You oversee a little village. Well, if you see people making more money than you, you're going to lose power eventually. If you see people having more stability than you do as an overseer, you're going to lose power eventually. And so what do? You tax them heavier, you sabotage their ability to make money, you make up new laws that make it harder for them. You do all these things that the government is doing today. This is a transfer of wealth outside of your pocketbook into someone else's. It's not going to stop until you are broke, until you are completely destitute, and until you're sick. That is their goal.
They don't want you to know, but now you know.
Other advances in the sciences has shown us our own universe. We've now been able to see black holes. We've now been able to see star birth and star death. So we realize the universe is very much alive. And there are scientists that are starting to talk about a multiverse. In fact, Dr. Herchak in The Keys of Enoch talks about multi-universes, the same term now put together in a more modern term, multi-universe, which means it's not just this universe, but there's other universes that exist in other, we'll say, realms of reality that are beyond what we see and know. So we're starting to expand who we are and how we got here. Also, technology is starting to take a quantum leap.
We live in a dynamic universe. More specifically, the Keys of Enoch speak of where ancient civilizations will be found under the ocean or under deserts. That show again that we've been part of many cycles of life, some very intelligent life.
And reset after reset.
Do y'all got a vending machine for the weed? And y'all put it in potato chip bags? This shit Frito-Lay's. Frito-Lay your edges. Did y'all put the lashes inside the... They got the lashes looking like airheads? It says mink heads, y'all. It says mink heads. I love my people. I love all of you.
Genius or what?
Remember, mercury is a living substance. It's just like water. And red mercury, when you put it in front of a mirror, you won't see the reflection. If you take mercury and you spin it in a circle like this, you create voltage. This is what, when you look at the old world buildings, the cathedrals, they had these orbs up on top of these cathedrals. Those orbs can contain mercury, and they're brass on the outside or gold on the outside. They're iron on the inside, and they got mercury in the center. And what would happen is if a lightning strikes or the bell would ring, you would get a spiral which would take place, and you got free electricity simply by just a little bit of mercury. Now, mercury in the mouth is a different story. What about red mercury? That's a great one. So red mercury is mercury mixed with iron oxide. Remember, mercury is a living substance. That's what it is. It's just like water. So when you mix mercury with iron, it'll actually put it together. It won't eat it, but it will put it together. And that's where the whole red mercury comes from. And red mercury, when you put it in front of a mirror, you won't see the reflection, which is really fascinating. It's invisible, is what's really cool. Now, if you take mercury and mix it with other metals, it will begin to eat them because it's a living substance.
It was that good that bro had to grip the bar.
Heads on tables everywhere in the markets.
Human heads?
Oh yeah, piles of bodies.
Why were there human heads on tables?
Cannibalism. It's voodoo, man.
Cannibalism?
It's West Africa. It is like hardcore.
Do you see that happening?
Every day.
You
like
see
all the
humans eating
if you type in rebels of Liberia, West Africa, you will see crazy people with wigs and weird glasses and wearing women's dresses and life preservers, and they're out there shooting with AKs and RPGs, kind of Lord of War. Remember the movie Lord of War
Yeah.
with Nicolas Cage? That is Liberia. And so the ground, the pavement is all 7.62 by 39 brass. There's no pavement. It's brass everywhere you go in the streets, just constant gunfights. And
hold on.
Eventually,
we gotta.
This is a silent
is
war
it?
that nobody never heard about.
I've never heard about it. What is it? I mean, you saw cannibalism.
Yeah.
Liberian warlords, ruthless. And that's a wrap on this episode, fool. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, don't forget to hit and smash the like button for me. Smash that subscribe button, be part of the family. Remember, stay woke, and I'll catch you next time.